Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I am going to be doing a little thrift with me video at the Goodwill bins. So these stores are also known as Goodwill outlet stores, and what they are is giant blue containers filled with clothes, filled with books, just pretty much anything and everything. And the items come from Goodwill stores where they haven't previously sold, and sometimes the items are just donated directly to the outlet stores. You may have heard about these because I feel like they go viral on social media from time to time. I'm here to give you the lay of the land because they can be really intimidating, but at the same time, really rewarding. It is like mounds of clothes. You have to dig through them. Nothing is organized usually. The way it works is you pay by the pound, and every location is priced differently, but I don't think I've ever been somewhere where I've had to pay more than $2 per pound of clothes. Sometimes they price other things differently, like books and like just knickknacks and objects. Some people may be really intrigued by the bins, but also scared to actually seek them out because they might have a bad reputation. Sometimes the bins are really competitive, and especially when they bring new ones out, everyone comes like running or speed walking over and they will dig right in front of you sometimes. I've heard stories of people taking things right out of other people's hands, and it can kind of be like the Wild West there. There's definitely a lot of resellers there. There's definitely like a notorious group of like 28-ish aged guys that are called like t-shirt bros, and they are like the t-shirt resellers, as you can imagine. But honestly, if you're just searching a regular bin, like one that hasn't just come out right away, it's not that big of a deal. Another tip that people sometimes give is to grab your cart and like cover up all your items with a blanket or something big so that people don't see the items you picked out and try to take them from your cart. It's never happened to me personally, but I would be on the lookout for it if I were a first timer at the bins. So in terms of actually looking through items, I highly recommend wearing gloves to do this. Typically, I just wear like latex kind of medical gloves just to protect my hands from like anything that's like really dirty. And I also do wear a medical mask to look through the bins just because things can be incredibly dusty. But otherwise, after you have the proper protection, it's pretty much just a free-for-all. Digging through the clothes actually is so much more tiring than you would expect. But once again, it can be really rewarding. And by the way, I did want to mention one more thing. So the purpose of the bins is actually to get rid of all these clothes at such a cheap price, because I have heard that is actually the final stop for these items before they go to a landfill. So it also has the appeal of kind of like really being conscious of your consumption and really being sustainable just because of that fact. I hope I didn't scare you guys off too hard, because going to the bins can be really fun. To some people it can be relaxing, but to me, most of all, it's like a treasure hunt. So I do think it is a really exciting and interesting experience, especially if you're big into thrifting. I am just going to show you guys some footage and talk you through what it was like.
So there was so much endless digging at the bins, you guys, but it usually is worth it in the end to find something interesting. And the cool thing about filming this video was, even if there wasn't something I really liked enough to buy, I did just get to show some clips of it for you guys, so that was cool too. A lot of the times there is some disappointment here because items can be damaged, they can be stained, and obviously not your size because you don't know what the heck you're looking at. But this was the first thing that I considered buying. It was this beautiful vintage dress, maybe from the 2000s, potentially from the 90s, and it turns out the brand is called Murmur, and I'll definitely be looking into them because I thought this was the coolest thing. I didn't get it though because although I think it said size medium, it was a little too big for me. And then this polka dot coat caught my eye. It's by the brand Morona, which I believe was a Target brand, but I didn't like that the polka dots didn't line up, and it also wasn't my size. I regret not getting this vintage airy zip-up hoodie. It had these beautiful flower motifs, and yeah, I really should have got this one, you guys. I do hate looking back on this clip, but in my cart I had this Gap cami, but it was stained. I found this beautiful vintage headscarf with this pinky floral pattern, and then next I got these Nike Pros picked out, and they were in quite good condition, so I could not really complain there. And lastly, my mom found some rolls of lace, which were cool.
Okay, so now that you guys saw the footage of me at the bins, I'm going to show you what I actually ended up bringing home. So believe it or not, I only ended up getting 2 items myself. And then I have one bonus item that I just got at a different thrift store earlier this week that I thought I would also show in this video. But the first thing I got at the bins is this pair of Nike Pro shorts. They are in pretty good condition. They're a size medium, which is pretty much my size right now. I'm really excited to wear these, especially come springtime when it warms up a little bit, maybe when I'm doing more walks or hikes and stuff like that. Also, I'll definitely be wearing these to the gym. But I'm so glad that I found these. It was such a random thing that I didn't expect, but that's kind of how the bins works. Like, I feel like you can have inspiration and mood boards as much as you want about thrifting for the bins, but honestly, like, you get what you get. And that's really like the fun of it all. It wasn't something that was like ever on like my list of things I wanted to buy, but since I saw them and they were in my size, this was a no-brainer, especially considering with the weight of this item, it probably costs like less than 50 cents to get this there. So the next item that ended up coming home with me is this beautiful vintage scarf. It has this pinky, purpley little ditzy flower pattern, and it is just a square shaped scarf. This would be perfect to wear like as a headscarf. And by the way, it also has this sort of lace-ish trim. I don't know if lace would be the proper way to describe that, but yeah, it is so pretty. It is so feminine. And I'm actually giving this to my sister because she likes to wear little like hair scarves and bandanas a lot. But this was super cute. Again, this was a no-brainer. Was probably incredibly cheap because it's light as a feather. And then the final item I have to show you guys for this video is once again from a different thrift store, just a Salvation Army, when I popped in earlier this week, and this was the only thing I got there. So I figured I'd just stick it into this video as well. I got this Blue Canyon 3/4 sleeve top. Let me tell you, I just know that these have been so popular and so viral recently. This one just stuck out to me because of the brown color. Brown and blue are like my colors that I love to wear the most. And then when I saw like what this was, I was like gagged. Sorry, but like I literally was gagged because again, like these are so trendy, these are so cool. I'm not totally certain how I'm going to be styling this on myself yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I think low-rise jeans would be so cute, but I don't actually own any low-rise jeans right now, although I am looking into it. I have been looking for them at the thrift store and stuff, but I just love like the rhinestone details on the word cappuccino and on the flowers. And then by the way, the back looks like this. It's a similar kind of print. I haven't even tried this on yet, to be honest, but when I do, I might make like a short or something or just post and show you guys because I am really excited to wear this, but once again, I don't know what the heck to wear it with. And if I don't end up liking it, I would be posting it probably on my Depop, but I think this is definitely going to stay in my wardrobe because I am kind of obsessed with it. I don't know. I do feel like even though these are really trendy, they are kind of polarizing. So I hope that like I'm able to rock it and like make it work. I feel like my sense of style, like I do love Y2K, like 2000s clothes because that's what I grew up with, seeing and being exposed to and whatever. But I, at the same time, I'm not like too quirky. But anyways, you guys, that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. But once again, I am glad that you're watching with me. I will have another video out soon. Bye.